Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes.
Okay, so much to tell you. On Monday I had a very hefty sweep from my midwife. A few hours later I had a bloody show. And then all day yesterday, Tuesday, I felt like my waters were leaking. If it's not like a gush like it was with Jacob, and it's not like a trickle, a constant trickle, but it's just being more wet than usual. My contractions that I was having following my sweep were very sporadic. That's been happening with every sweep, and they tend to die away. But yesterday evening they kept coming, and they were quite regular, but every 20 minutes or so. Anyway, went to bed, woke up at 4 o'clock this morning with a strong contraction. Sat up to go to the bathroom and felt a larger amount of water and was convinced this is my waters are broken. Tried to go back to sleep, couldn't, so got up. I've been having contractions more regularly, some every 5 minutes, some 8 minutes apart, some like 12 minutes. Since the sun's come up and I phoned the hospital, the triage team, to tell them what's happening, I feel like they've slowed down. Wish me luck, today could be the day, finally. Bye-bye, darling. Bye-bye, Jakey, darling.
Oh, you need something on your feet.
Oh! And we're just on our way to the hospital. I already had an appointment this morning anyway to check the heartbeat of the baby, make sure the baby's happy, and to talk to the consultant about what to do next. But as my waters are broken, we're going to double check my waters have definitely broken, check the baby's okay, and discuss with the consultant whether I'm staying in the hospital or whether I'm coming home to have him. Exciting times!
Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling.
So I'm back home, which is fantastic. The trace on the baby showed the baby's really happy. They confirmed that my waters have broken, and as all my vital signs that just look normal, they are more than happy for me to come home and attempt to labour here. So 1:30 now. Just had lunch, and my contractions, although they're getting a bit more intense, are still sporadic. Sometimes they're half an hour apart, sometimes they're closer together, but definitely not like in established labour yet. So I've got until tomorrow. I have to phone them again at 6 in the morning if nothing has progressed. So let's just hope that things do progress and that I'll be in there this evening having a baby.
I am sitting at this bar trying to forget all the fun we used to have.
It's very foggy today. We laboured at home all day. The contractions were continuously sporadic, going from 5 minutes to 10, 12 minutes. My midwife came out about 10:30, 11 o'clock, checked everything was fine, but said maybe go to bed. I think about 1 o'clock I had about 4 or 5 that were like 6 minutes apart and really quite intense. I thought this is it, and then it just slowed down, and this morning they're still quite far apart and some of them are quite short again, so time's up. I'm going to go into the hospital this morning and see what the next steps are.
My dreams I pick you up, I just wanna make it right. I know all about your troubles, wanna drown into your eyes and feel your blue skies there. So deep in you, I'm blinded by your bittersweet shine.
So, what time is it? some point in the middle of the day. We've been brought into labour ward after I was assessed at triage, and interestingly we were in the same room that we laboured in with Jacob. If you want to watch that video, I'll link it up here and down below. So that's quite nice. Jacob didn't arrive in this room because he ended up being a C-section, but it was quite nice to be in the same space, and the sun has come out, which is surprising given how foggy it was, how foggy it was this morning. So they've been in and tried to do the hook to remove any additional membrane, but feel like there wasn't any membrane when they went in, so I had to go through that again. That was good. And so now they're going to put me on a hormone drip. They've just gone to do the horrid cannula, but I don't have great veins and my vein just collapsed apparently, so sounds drastic, doesn't it? It's not that dramatic really. It just doesn't work so well. So she's going to go and get the anaesthetist now, who's going to do one on this side. Yay! That's the bit that I find most painful, to be honest. My contractions are really non-existent. I'm looking over here. Nick's just like my producer. But yeah, we're going to go on the hormone drip. And I think I get about 6 hours before they make a call to do something else. So let's see if I can make it through. Oh, I think I get another contraction.
You look at me like I'm crazy when I shut my feelings out. You look at me like I'm different. Still you stay cause you feel something real. Get so lost in my moments.
You're having a
Doesn't
contraction?
mean I don't need you.
I feel like one is lingering.
Yeah, like a fart.
Just like a fart.
Yeah.
But it's not quite taken hold. Just teasing. Happy thoughts.
There's something different about the way we are.
So, a lot's happened. The hormone drip was turned up really high, and I started getting contractions every 2 minutes. Contractions on the hormone drip are really intense. I don't think the last time I had the hormone drip, it wasn't working very well. It wasn't, the cannula in my hand wasn't properly inserted, and so it was intense, but it was nowhere near what I've just experienced. And so for quite a while I was getting contractions every 2 minutes, and honestly for me it was just beyond bearable. And I was noticing that I couldn't release the tension that was building in my hips and my butt cheeks, my thighs, and it was just awful. I went on the gas and air. The gas and air didn't seem to do anything other than make my voice really deep and make my breath like dry, mouth dry. So I got a bit emotional. Cried for about an hour, I reckon. And just, decided that I didn't even want to try the other pain minimizers. I just wanted an epidural. I wanted to take the pain away. I needed a break. So they've put the drip into my spine, so I've got a spine cannula in. A bit different to the spinal tap that I had with the C-section, but not horrendous. Just bad having it while you're having contractions. So now I'm feeling chilled. Gonna have something to eat and catch up with myself. Okay, time is 10:15. As I told you in the last update, I'm 10 centimetres dilated, but the baby's massive head wasn't the right way around. It was at the biggest point, which means he wouldn't come down. So he tried to put me in a position to get him to move. Gave me backache, made me vomit a lot, and I had lasagna for dinner. Now we're going to head to theatre because baby's heart rate's a bit fast, so we're going to get checked at the theatre to see what's happening. And baby's either going to be assisted out or we're going to be another C-section. But quite honestly, at this point, I just want to get baby here, so I really don't mind. Whatever happens, happens. And Nick is looking lovely in his scrubs. Let me show you. Feeling more optimistic this time.
No. You're happy when the baby's in?
Yeah.
And you're fine.
Ta-da. Okay, well, we'll see you on the other side.
I know you've heard it all before, but you are the love of my life.
Okay, so it's 11 o'clock, bonfire night. The baby's head hasn't turned. He's come down a bit, but he hasn't turned enough, so this camera feels like it's really close. So we're heading for C-section. We're ready for C-section now, and yeah, I'm just excited to meet.
No bombards, everything is easy when you come around. Hold on now. I remember meeting you in a dream, thinking that's the love of my life. Most handsome man I'd ever seen. I said, you must be the love of my life. Hold on now. Nothing's hard, everything is easy with you around. No bombards, everything is easy when you come around. Hold on now. Don't go. Don't let go of me. Don't let go. Don't let go. Nothing's hard, everything is easy with you
Welcome to the team.
around.
You made the cut.
How heavy is he?
No bombards,
can't believe it.
everything is easy when you come around. Hold on now. Hold on now.
I would have had Nick here, but he had to go home. He's coming back soon, and I'm going to try and get some sleep. I've just been able to stand and walk to the loo with help and clean up a bit. I'm very dehydrated because I've thrown up over and over again. So I'm trying to get some food and drink down me now. So I feel pretty crap, but I know this will improve very quickly. I'm excited to see my scar. I asked the surgeons to be very careful with creating my new scar because of the issues I had with my old one. So hopefully they've done a good job. I also asked for a Brazilian. I don't think they did that, but we'll see. Yeah, my surgeons were great. My midwives last night were amazing. And doctors and everyone were brilliant. I've seen like 7 different people since I've been on the postnatal ward, which is a little frustrating, but yeah, I'm good, and baby's just glorious, and so I'm just looking forward to Nick coming now so I can get some sleep. Good morning. Today is Saturday, the 7th of November. Had quite a wakeful night. Caspian is cluster feeding, so I haven't yet had a sleep for like 4 days. But yeah, he has this morning since gone to sleep for like almost like 5 hours now. I think he's doing that really long sleep that newborns tend to do in the beginning. He's just she delayed it and gave me a full night of cluster feeding last night. But he's doing really well. We've been signed off. We can now go home. So I'm feeling quite excited. It's a nice day. Still look pregnant, but that's okay. That was to be expected. I'd love to know how heavy I am. I think I'm going to get a pair of scales, see how much I've lost with the initial birth, and then get my walking on to lose the rest of it. Lots of breastfeeding. Yeah, so feeling quite positive. Nick's just gone to go and get the car seat, and we're going to take this little man to go meet Jacob. It's exciting.
I fell in love with your colors. They kind of tell me what I'm thinking. I fell in love with the way we are and the way we lose it. There's something different about
Yeah, we opted for a dummy straight away. We held off with Jacob, but Jacob was a very suckly, snuggly kind of baby. He just liked to be on the breast, to sleep and chill out and comfort. And that's quite a lot for mum to have to deal with. It means that he does all his sleeping on your breast, which means you can't sleep because it's not safe. And so we thought, well, let's not hold off this time. We know we're going to use the dummy potentially if he's the same, and he definitely is. So having the dummy just gives me a chance to have a bit of a break, help me recover. And there's no shame in that. So yeah, we need to get some smaller dummies though. That one's huge.
We fly around like paper planes. They never know where we will fall. Nobody can see us. Still they wanna tear us apart. There's something different about the way we are.
Oh, Jacob. Come on, let's get inside.
Your baby brother, Jacob. Hey, baby. Do you see the gentle, gentle stroke? Gentle strokes.
It's your little brother, Jacob. Baby.
You've heard it all before,
Little
but you
baby,
are
yeah.
the love of my life.
You're stroking your little brother.
I knew when
Is he
you came
nice?
through the door that you are the love of my life.
Is he nice, baby?
Oh,
Oh, is he moving?